For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 now. Near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
the 43. His first throw is an interception. Sidney Brown makes the play. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. From 37 yards in the right hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The kick team out there for the Eagles. And this one is sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Flush out now to his left. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a 31-yard play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 27. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals start to fight back with their first points of this game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hurts now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the Link. It's the Eagles with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now it's 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. He's able to picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. Hurts throwing again. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now they're going to face third down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's got Smith. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes out to the left. And it doesn't fall into the breadbasket. Incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now they have 3rd and short.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Complete beyond the marker. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Just a yard on the run, and we've reached the end of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside give to Benson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Murray on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle, and he'll get it up to the 44. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The give now to Benson. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
First and 10, Murray. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. Gets this one to Harrison. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Zach Bond with the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throw on 3rd down. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
Whether they meant to go to him or was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for it and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. He brings it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Hurts. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Hurts to throw. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Forced out to his right. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked up by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. Here's the handoff. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He takes it at the 4. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Cardinals football. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. It's Benson on the give. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Benson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league. To the air, 3rd and long.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered cleat on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So as they face fourth down, on comes Corey Bojorquez to kick. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Hits him on the in route. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Hurts now from the gun. He's trying to push the field. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles bump the lead up to 13 points. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Murray. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Murray here on 1st down. His shot downfield will wind up incomplete. He's looking for Mark Andrews. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's on the move. No, they get him yet again. Sidney Brown makes the play. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Offense up to the line fast. Another try for Benson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Murray, 3rd and goal. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and goal.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They snap it to Murray. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. McLaughlin to tack on the extra point. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Cardinals get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Smith. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles leading by 6. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds the in route complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. He'll look to throw it. Got for big yards on the right side. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles bump the lead up to 13 points. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Kyler throwing here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. What a dive! I think he caught it! And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's first and 10. From the red zone now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points. This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They take a knee here, and that's going to close out the regular season with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on focus from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot.